Right, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. What I'm making it. I'm Jamie Clifford, Chairman of Kent Cricket Board and Chief Executive of Kent County Cricket Club, and I'm delighted to welcome you here this morning at the snowy St Lawrence ground, ideal cricket weather. Of course, this time last year we were madly applying for drought water relief, temperatures in the 20s. We were starting to get concerned that recreational cricket was going to be affected by lack of water. 12 months on, and there's water everywhere, and today there's snow, and actually I'm quite pleased, I think, because hopefully it means the seasons have found their rightful places again and we're destined to have a sunny summer. We can but hope. So can I extend a warm welcome? Yeah, I wrote this yesterday before the snow arrived. To this, our first ever one-day, one-game conference. I'm delighted that so many people are here. We have nearly 300 registrations, and it's testament to your passion for the game that most of those people who register are actually here today. I'm not sure what we really expected when we first came up with the concept of one day, one game. Peter Robinson, just sitting over there, I'm going to embarrass him now, it was his vision to have a conference that encompassed all aspects of the game. And in the past we've had coaches conference, club seminars, things that the County Cricket Club have run in terms of information sessions for members. But we thought we would do one event for the whole game, no matter what part you played in it. And it's fantastic to see so many people here and testament to Peter's vision and what we were hoping to achieve. I'd especially like to welcome the Sheriff of Canterbury, Councillor Heather Taylor, and her escort, Mrs. Linda Taylor. It's wonderful to have you here, and for me, a sign of the support that the county enjoys in every district and borough of the county, and particularly here in Canterbury, so thank you and welcome. In addition, it's great to see so many members of the England and Wales Cricket Board here. I'm most grateful to you all, and also to all the presenters who agreed to take part in today, and for giving up your Saturday to be here with us. And I'd also like to take the opportunity to thank our sponsors, without whom this day wouldn't have been possible. And there's a list of the sponsors in the programme, and you'll see some of them during the course of today. Sadly, two people who are not able to make it, but I'm sure are here with us in spirit, are the two Kent captains. Charlotte Edwards, as you know, was on the programme to attend today. You may not be aware, but she lives up in Cambridgeshire, and the weather has beaten her, unfortunately. And James Treadwell, who has a pretty reasonable excuse, currently with the England squad in New Zealand. Just a quick point on where the various rooms are. There's a guide in the programme, if you've had the programme of today's events. And I just wanted to run through where the various rooms are. So this is the JM Recruitment Terrace room. Immediately below is the Cornwallis room. That's not necessarily clear in your programme, because this whole building is known as the Cowdrey. And then on the ground floor is the Cowdrey meeting room. Further down the drive is the pavilion. And then all the sessions that were due to be out on the pitch, reading a wiki and that sort of stuff, is going to take place in the new club offices, which is the last building on the street round where Sainsbury's is. And the sessions will take place on the ground floor on the pitch side. Harold Pinter, the great playwright and cricket obsessive, the sort who, like us, would get up early on a Saturday morning in the middle of a bleak midwinter to spend time with other cricket nuts, once said, I tend to think that cricket is the greatest thing that God created on earth. He went on to say, it's certainly greater than sex, although sex isn't too bad either. Needless to say, everyone in the room will have, in some form, I have no doubt, a passion for our great game. And you might take the view that because you can't bat, because you can't bowl, or perhaps you can't field, that you're slightly out of place in the home of cricket in Kent, in the presence of an Ashes-winning former England captain, former West Indies captain, and we'd of course hope that the greatest female cricketer ever to have played the game was here as well. But you'd be absolutely wrong, because that is what is at the heart of the debate. We have one game encompassing all people in all sorts of roles. So what is the concept of one game? Well, it's an ECB campaign that's been running for a few years. It's as it's a campaign that strives to make people aware that the game is open to as many people as possible, regardless of age, race, ability or gender. And that might seem a bit sort of 21st century, right on, namby-pamby, but actually I believe that it's actually at the heart of what is very positive about the game of cricket. The aims of One Game are, firstly, to ensure that cricket in England and Wales is as accessible to all communities as possible, to ensure that ECB policies and practices at every level of the sport are open, transparent and inclusive, to ensure a welcoming atmosphere at international and domestic cricket matches and all cricketing activities across the country, to demonstrate that whether the game is played in the street, the playground, the stadium, the park or the club, it's still one game. I believe strongly that we should all be working together to demonstrate all that we do is about one game. Whether you're the England captain, a club umpire, a groundsman or a coach taking their first session at a club, you're all part of the great game of cricket. To that end, as a cricketing county, I hope that we can welcome and embrace all people to participate in a way that sees cricket as affordable, flexible, adaptable and able to meet changing lifestyles through the provision of appropriate opportunities, equipment and facilities. As a cricketing county, I expect that we should value cultural diversity, recognising and celebrating the differences between groups of people, between individuals, and want to reflect the makeup of the whole of every part of the communities in Kent. As a cricketing county, we should all promote involvement, giving everyone the chance to shape the future of cricket in the county, giving everybody the opportunity to consult and communicate about the way the game is being played, and ensure that all are proud and passionate to be involved in our great game. As a cricketing county, I think we should want to embrace all people in cricket. We know that some people have less opportunity than others to participate fully in cricket, and we believe, I think, that we should identify barriers and take steps to address them. And this may mean treating people differently in order to help them take part in cricket. Finally, and I believe most importantly, we should ensure that all cricket takes place in an environment free from discrimination, harassment or antisocial behaviour, or language of any kind that we believe in respect for all people. So that's the series. But today has been designed to encompass a broad range of many aspects of the game. We have workshops on how to coach wicketkeeping, how to pour a good pint. That in itself demonstrates there are many great aspects of the game. There are demonstrations on visually impaired cricket and also advice on how to read a pitch, although that now isn't the practical session. In addition to the many sessions, there are 20 trade stands in the pavilion to visit over the lunch break, and there is literally something here for everyone, no matter how you're involved in the game. If you're here as a group from a club, can I encourage you to split up, experience as many different aspects of what we're offering today and take them back to your club, and so that you all may learn. Today is also a celebration for the lifeblood of cricket, the volunteer. The game would be nowhere without them, and I think, to me, they are in effect our games makers. And I believe, and those games makers got an awful lot of recognition, I believe you as volunteers deserve a similar level of recognition. To that end, the 2012 Sky Sports Awards are going to take place in the indoor school at 11:25, and people can also, during the course of the day, nominate for 2013 Sky Sports Awards, and there's a KCB stand in the pavilion that will allow you to do that. In addition, today sees the launch of the Outstanding Service to Cricket Awards for 2013, and again, please take time to nominate worthy volunteers from your clubs when you go down to the pavilion. Last year, as a county, we had 3 national winners, which was a fantastic effort. Paul Daniels, who's here, Lorraine Elgar, I think, who's also here, and Amy Rawlinson, all won National Outstanding Service to Cricket Awards. And I'm sure you'll join me in giving them a round of applause now. a county club, we're keen to engage as far as is possible with every nook and cranny of cricket in the county. I think perhaps in the past the County Cricket Club has had a reputation of being slightly aloof, slightly elite and beyond the activities of local cricket clubs. But I believe the County Cricket Club is changing, and I believe it's changing fast. And on that note, I can't miss this opportunity for a short commercial break. Junior membership we now offer to junior members of local cricket clubs for half price. We have a number of recreational cricket themed days here on match day, including stakeholder days where we have anybody involved with the game can come and enjoy hospitality facilities in here on certain days through the season. In addition, at the 2020 game versus Surrey, we'll be offering opportunities for children to come for just £1. And also during the two festival weeks, Canterbury Week and Tunbridge Wells Festival Week, for the championship match, all children will be allowed to come for free. The game is changing, and we are, I hope, as a county at the forefront of that change. I believe strongly that we have a responsibility to act as one game. So have a great day. If you have any questions during the day, in each conference room there'll be a member of Kent Cricket or Kent Cricket Board staff. Approach them, ask them if you've got any queries. They've got badges on, and they'll be pleased to help you, I'm sure. It's also the first time, I said, we've done anything like this, and with nearly 300 people here, there may be the odd pinch point. There's a lot of movement of people between groups, and certainly feeding at lunchtime. There may be a slight queue, so bear with us. Understand it is the first time we've done it, and hopefully that spirit will remain through the course of the day. And finally, on behalf of Kent County Cricket Club and Kent Cricket Board, I'd just like to wish you a most enjoyable day. Thank you very much.